What's going on, guys? We are down in Texas getting ready for a trip to Africa in 30 days. We're down here hunting axis deer with Silencer Central suppressors, Savage rifles, and a whole host of other products. But we leave in 30 days. Just getting ready for our trip. We're actually going down with Brandon Maddox from Silencer Central, which is going to be a great time as well. And we have an awesome time lined up. But while we're down here, obviously we're using Silencer Central suppressors. And what we wanted to kind of talk to you guys about today was the process. We talk a lot about the cans, what you can use them for, but not as much about the process and how easy it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've known about suppressors and been more involved in the suppressor game a lot longer than I have. You guys have heard me talk about it. I'm relatively new to this. I feel pretty seasoned now, though. I've got a couple years under my belt, and I'm constantly kicking myself for not taking the leap to getting into shooting suppressed sooner. You hear about all the old timers who've lost their hearing or can't hear anything or have tinnitus, which, you know, unfortunately, I think I got a little bit of that going on in my left ear, and I wish I would have started sooner. But I think a lot of it was because I just didn't know what I didn't know. You read all the stuff on the internet, you could get lost in the comment sections of websites and forums, and it's just a daunting process. And I would bet there's a lot of people out there that just would love to take the leap into shooting suppressed and getting suppressors for their rifles, but they're just afraid and just they don't know where to start, like because of all the bad literature that's out there about it. It's going to make you a better shot because of the reduced recoil, the sound suppression. When you become a proficient shooter and you actually either take some classes or learn from someone who really knows what they're talking about, you'll learn the process of building your base and follow through, pinning the trigger, all things that I'm sure advanced shooters have heard. All the suppressor does is make all that stuff easier for you to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so, you know, just like Andy said, you get your process down, you go through the motions of your shot process, but buying a suppressor is the same thing. It may seem daunting the first time you do it. It may seem like, oh my gosh, I have to do all these extra things, but it's not any different than going on Amazon and buying something, because when you purchase through Silencer Central, the process is extremely easy. You can go on, you select what you want, and the cool thing is that they have people on call. You can chat with them or you can call and actually speak with someone who will walk you through the process to help you pick out the suppressor that's right for you. And so I think for us, you know, we're a little bit spoiled because we've been through this a few times. We understand exactly what Silencer Central offers in terms of the buying process, but as someone who's new, you may be a little bit worried, and I think everybody in today's age is like, man, I don't want to talk to anyone on the phone. I don't want to go through this process, but I mean, you can literally text with them, chat with them over the...
I just opened up a text window with them the other day, and I have every single one of the Banish silencers for Silencer Central, and I was just asking some questions on, we're taking 338 Lapuas to Africa with us. I have a Banish 338, I also have a Banish 46. And I was curious, what would be the difference in performance out of a 338 Magnum caliber like that? I was thinking in my head, I would probably take the 46 and go that route, just because it's got more baffles, it's a longer suppressor. And I talked to the chat function, just opened up a chat window, started talking to customer service, suppressor experts, and they said, nope, you're definitely gonna wanna go with the 338 because of the diameter of the cap. You lose less gas, even though there's less baffles, yada, yada, yada. They very knowledgeable and spun me right around and talked me right back into using the Banish 338 on the Lapuas.
Yeah, so, I mean, they have a huge staff, very knowledgeable. The process is easy, I'd say the easiest of everyone. And the reason is because you purchase online, they'll send you your fingerprint card and you can send it back, and you do all that from your house. And then the way that they're set up is that they actually have FFLs in every state that suppressors are legal. So physical locations, which means that they are capable of shipping your suppressor to your door. So you don't have to go to an actual dealer. You don't even have to leave your house if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. It is definitely the easiest process in the industry, and they'll walk you through it, which is really nice. Yeah. So, you know, suppressors aside, if you're thinking about getting into the market, the buying process, this is the first place you should go. And it's mostly because I think today's buyer is more likely to have the Amazon mindset, the idea that, like, I don't want to leave the house, I don't want to go to a gun store. A lot of times you go to a gun shop and they're not even nice to you when you go in there. I will tell you that, you know, these boys in South Dakota, the crew out in Silencer Central, they are very nice. So, you know, when you are thinking about going through this process, you check them out, go in there and reach out. Even if you're not quite ready, reach out. They will answer whatever questions you have.
Start small. Go to the Contact Us page, go to the Frequently Asked Questions page, do a little research yourself. When you feel up to it, open up that chat and just start asking questions. They'll let you know based on your current rifle selection or current what's in your gun safe now, what's going to be best for you to shoot suppressed across all your different rifles.
Yeah, I think Andy would say that the Banish 30 Gold is his favorite. I've been hunting with the Backcountry, and then we're taking the 338 also to Africa. So we'll have 3 different suppressors on the ground, and these are pretty common for us, but we use all of them.
Yeah, I mean, the one good thing to note about the suppressors is you can shoot on the 30 Gold anything from 300 RUM all the way down to rimfire. So don't get wrapped up in the fact that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to buy a suppressor for every rifle. You can, and there are performance advantages to have a silencer that is specific to a caliber, but you could buy the Banish 30 Gold and shoot. I shoot it on my 300 WinMag. I could shoot this on a 22 long rifle, 17 WISM, whatever it may be. So you can get away with just having one suppressor.
Current process, E-forms are back, Form 4 E-forms. So depending on the ATF, one thing to keep in mind is that Silencer Central does not control the approval times. The ATF does, but the current time frame is roughly 90 days, at least that's what the ATF says. So once you've submitted your paperwork, everything is in the hands of the ATF. It should be about 90 to 120 days, maybe a little bit longer depending on how many people are purchasing, which there are a lot of people purchasing them now. You are not in a minority. You would be in the new majority of people that are actually taking the leap and buying suppressors.
Safe to say, though, we're in February of 2023. If you went through the process now, there's a really good chance that you would be all set up and ready to go by hunting season.
100%, definitely. So check out silencercentral.com. Tons of videos, tons of information that you can walk through. They have a blog. They have places that you can go to actually walk through what the buying process is. And also, Brandon Maddox has been on a ton of podcasts lately you can check out. He was on the Black Rifle podcast with Mike Glover. He was on the TFB Behind the Gun podcast. Get to know him, get to know the brand, and really understand what they're selling, what they're providing, and do yourself a favor and take the leap. It's pretty easy. So, silencercentral.com. Thanks, guys.